Welcome back to another disc golf video. Today is my 14th attempt at throwing an entire 18 holes with no bogeys. I think maybe 4 of my rounds I've had 1 bogey, so I'm really close. I'm out at a different course today. I'm out at Northview. I typically throw at James Dillon, which I think Northview is a little bit tougher of a course, but anyways, starting at number 1, course seems kind of loaded today, so I don't know if I'm going to talk to the camera very much. I feel like I say this every video as well, like, hey, lots of people out here in a time crunch, not going to talk to the camera. But then inevitably, when I make a bonehead throw, I end up talking to the camera. So we'll just see how this round goes. All right, over to hole number 1. I've recently adopted a new putting style that I'm going to try and stick with for a little while. We'll see what happens. 2 for 2 so far, but that first one was a little shady. But on to number 3. Not a footfall. The tree finder today. I don't know if you could see because of this first tree here in that gap, but I got all the way down, landed about 10 feet from the basket. Would have had a nice little skip, but I landed at the base of a tree and it kicked away about 10 feet further from where I landed. So, I mean, I'll still par this, but finally on the birdie train, and you know, the old tree magnet got me. I will say one thing that I've noticed about my game is being more comfortable throwing putters off of tee boxes. Like these ones, honestly, from the shorts right now, they're pretty short, so like I'm getting near the basket. But just in general, like knowing that I can be comfortable throwing 250 or I'm sorry, like 230 to 250 range off the tee box, so that even if it's somewhat far, I know that I have the comfortability to at least get a par on a hole without having to get into 7, 8, 9, 10 plus speeds. I think I might have put a little too much hyzer on that, considering it's a -4 turn. Yeah, that's been my new favorite disc. That's been a really nice left to right disc for me, but I mean, the numbers are 5.4, -4, 1. So the fact I must be like major hyzer right now if that thing faded like that. So maybe you need to get that corrected. That's much better. Got a little bit of a death putt coming up here. I'm like 15 feet, creek right behind the basket, so pretty much got to make this to not screw my round over. How hard could it possibly be? I definitely need to get better at maybe checking my wind before. I know I'm throwing on a lot of hyzer right now, so that's the main issue, but I'm also not checking the wind. So couple that crosswind from right to left on this field plus throwing that on hyzer, not an ideal combo. So I got to make a nice upshot here to save my par streak. All right, that'll work. Don't you dare say anything. Final hole. Got to get par to go bogey free. Going with a Discraft Archer off the box. Should be fine. Only took me 14 tries. And that is that. Finally finished an entire round with no bogeys. So now I guess the new goal is I need to do this over at Dillon, because I did this at a course that I don't normally come to. So now I guess the next goal is going bogey free at my home course. But I think the actual next series of videos is breaking my record. My best round right now is 5 under, which I don't really know how, because it was a few months ago and I'm nowhere near as good. I was nowhere near as good then as I am now. So we'll find a new goal to come up with, but I appreciate everyone that has subscribed and watched during this series to go bogey free. And oh, made me a little nervous. If you guys would like, subscribe, share, do all the things everyone says to do, I appreciate everyone watching. We'll see you next video.